Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling. Tonight, we put emotion and evidence on the same table. No shouting, no sensationalism. Just clarity, compassion, and the courage to look closer. The instant the live stream ended, the internet splintered into 1,000 confident stories. Names were threaded through theories, motives assigned, timelines redrawn. Yet certainty arrived far faster than evidence. If we are to be worthy of the truth, curiosity must walk with conscience. That begins with a pause. Who said what first and in what context? What can we point to in the public record, complete and unedited? Which assertions rest on anonymous whispers or fragments that no one outside a private chat has actually seen? We do not reject difficult possibilities. We refuse to harden them into conclusions before they have earned that weight. So we lay out guardrails not to blunt our questions but to guide them. We separate description from interpretation, chronology from commentary. We label each claim by strength of proof, the rumor repeated, the single source report, the multi-source convergence, the independently verified fact. We admit that most viral shards live near the bottom of that ladder, and we say so calmly. We avoid repeating incendiary lines that cannot be substantiated, because repetition is an accelerant, and wildfire rarely leaves a landscape fit for careful work. We hold back from turning people into avatars of our anger. We speak to patterns and structures rather than assigning villainy to individuals we do not know. There is emotion here, and rightly so. A visible tear, a quiet sentence, and the sense that something human and fragile has slipped into view. But feeling does not excuse us from discipline. It invites us to practice a kinder precision, to grant that uncertainty is not weakness, that we do not know yet is a truthful answer, and that patience is how truth becomes strong enough to stand. We ask better questions. We test our own biases. We look for corroboration that can survive daylight. We keep a record of what changes as credible information emerges, and we say aloud when our assessment shifts. In the end, guardrails are not fences around a forbidden field. They are handrails on a steep path. They steady us as we ascend from speculation to knowledge. If the hard facts arrive, we will meet them with clean hands and careful words. If they do not, we will have honored the people at the center of the story by refusing to use their lives as fuel. That is how a public conversation becomes worthy of those who watch it, and of those who are seen within it. Strip away the noise and there is a gentler story, told in small, steady acts. Viewers write to us about Yu Menglong as if speaking of a neighbor. Soft-spoken, patient, the first to arrive and the last to leave. In circulated accounts, he appears in mountain classrooms where winter lingers, kneeling beside desks to sound out syllables, sharing old songs on a weathered guitar. Whether every detail can be proven is a matter for records. What is clear is the affection people feel, and the question it raises: why do the quiet hours of service seldom find the spotlight? Perhaps kindness has no publicist, or perhaps we have trained our feeds to prefer the dramatic over the durable. Tonight we choose to honor the durable. We will not show distressing images or replay pain for clicks. We will, however, amplify the values that elders teach and children remember: patience, respect, and the habit of turning up. Fame fades, those habits do not. Long after headlines drift, a child somewhere will read a page more fluently because someone stayed to help. That is not a rumor. That is how goodness moves, quietly, faithfully, and forward. Let us set out the table neatly. On one side, what is publicly documented? An emotional live stream that drew worldwide attention. Agency notes about stress and altered schedules. A large, global conversation that followed. On the other side, items that circulate without hard confirmation. Interpreted motives, private exchanges, and alleged recordings whose provenance remains contested. We mark the line in ink, not pencil. Where evidence is thin, we say uncertain. Where language inflames, we cool it. Where absence of proof tempts certainty, we step back. This is not fence-sitting. It is discipline. Ask of every claim: is there a primary source? Is it complete, unedited, and contextually sound? Have independent outlets corroborated it? If not, we file it under pending and move on. Meanwhile, we focus on what can be responsibly examined. Timelines, public statements, the social dynamics that widen or narrow the truth. Mature audiences recognize that patience is not passivity, it is precision. And precision is the shortest road to clarity. Should firmer facts emerge, we will recalibrate openly. Until then, our compass is steady. Separate the known from the speculated, and keep faith with both accuracy and compassion. Stories like this touch a familiar nerve across industries and countries. Brilliant work built under heavy weather. Contracts that outlast seasons, schedules that refuse sleep, comment storms that turn strangers into juries. Individuals carry it, systems shape it. So we ask larger questions. How can creativity flourish without bruising the people who make it? What does a humane workload look like in practice, not brochures? Who listens when a voice is small, and who intervenes before it breaks? Concrete answers exist. Studios can publish well-being charters that guarantee rest windows, voluntary counseling, and trained safeguarding leads. Unions and associations can back independent ombuds channels for concerns raised early, privately, and without retaliation. Platforms like ours can model language that critiques systems, not targets people. Audiences can decline the bait of mockery and reward balanced coverage with their attention. None of this is dramatic. All of it is impactful. Power always meets pressure. The question is where we place the cushion. If the cushion is care, measured policies, decent workloads, kinder discourse, then excellence becomes sustainable, and scandal no longer feels like the only way a story can be heard. Experience teaches us to recognize patterns. The rush to outrage, the rush to forget, the quiet harm in between. Many of you are parents, mentors, managers, or retired professionals who have steered people through tense rooms and long nights. You know the cost of casual cruelty and the grace of timely restraint. That is why this program speaks to you differently. We are not selling drama. We are offering steadiness, clear language, patient framing, and the courtesy of context. It matters because younger eyes are watching how elders respond. Do we forward every rumor, or do we ask for sources? Do we mock those in distress or hold space for them? Do we reward careful work with our time, or only click when someone bleeds? Culture is not fixed. It is a balance sheet of daily choices. When a mature audience chooses verification over velocity, platforms notice. Algorithms bend towards what we sustain. Perhaps the best legacy we can give is this: a way of watching that keeps people human, a way of caring that refuses to injure in order to know. Wisdom, after all, is simply attention that has learned its manners. A tear can start a storm. It can also start a kind of stewardship. Not the loud, performative kind, but the daily work of being fair when no one is keeping score. As we close, we choose that road. We will keep drawing bright lines between what is verified and what is merely said, keep foregrounding compassion when stories grow sharp, and keep asking for better structures so that artists may thrive without breaking. If harder truths arrive, we will meet them with clean hands and careful words. If rumors dissolve, we will say so with the same volume. Either way, dignity remains non-negotiable. To everyone who has written to us from New York to Seoul, Tokyo to Bangkok, Singapore to Manila, Sydney to Paris, Toronto to Jakarta, and across Europe, thank you for insisting that kindness belongs in the news cycle. It does, and it will if we insist together. Let this be our quiet vow, to be the audience that steadies the room, the voice that lowers the temperature, and the witness that remembers people are more than their headlines. That is how storms pass. That is how truth, when it comes, can finally be heard. A tear can start a storm, or it can start a conversation that heals. We choose the second. Here on Update X24H, we'll keep asking careful questions, protecting human dignity, and celebrating the good that outlives every headline. On-screen end card disclaimer. Some items discussed are unverified allegations. Please engage respectfully and avoid naming or targeting individuals in harmful ways. If this balanced approach speaks to you, please subscribe to Update X24H, turn on the bell, and share this video with someone who values thoughtful storytelling. Thank you for spending your time with us today. Your presence helps us keep the conversation kind, careful, and constructive. Stay well, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next episode.